little geriatric jorts over here with the explanation.
Yeah, so it was out of sync. And actually, just to have some fun with the haters, I can't answer all the trolls, but it's going to be some fun. My DJ, who actually raps that song with me, he was not lit up. He's coming to Nashville tonight, flying in, and we're going to do that live in my living room, and I'm going to post it tomorrow to show people exactly how this works. Because, number one, if it would have been a lip syncing like people are trying to, you know, the left is trying to throw me under the bus again, and the mainstream media and social media tries to amplify it, it would have been super easy to sync it up if it was pre-recorded. It was very difficult for the Turning Point production crew, who, by the way, I can't say enough good things about, but this was very difficult for them. I'm jumping around the stage like a rabid monkey, rapping my song, and I'm taking breaths, and my DJ's filling in the other parts of it, and it was I even told him when I saw the rough cut, I was like, you guys got to work on that sync. It's off. So it was just a syncing issue that they had, and I know they tried to get it right. It was very difficult, but I'll answer all the haters tomorrow, and we'll put them back in the shut up and go back to trying to report the fake news.
It doesn't even make sense.
YouTube's numbers keep updating. And so...
Yes, I knew this will not end this way. Candace VOICE claims the Turning Point USA halftime show was staged weeks before. When I saw this video from Candace VOICE, I was like, At some point, looking at what people are saying on social media, it is extremely concerning.
YouTube's numbers keep updating. And so we're trying to put it all together. What I can safely say is that we are now over 20 million viewers across just social. So we haven't even gotten our partner broadcasters, their analytics. As you know, sometimes the ratings take a little while, but that's 20 million viewers. And we don't know how many people were gathered together, 3, 4, 10 in a room watching together. So we're going to try and put a final number on that when we can. What we can safely say is over 20 million Americans tuned in to the All-American Halftime Show tonight.
You take a look at this tweet from Mr. Derek. Candace VOICE claims the Turning Point USA halftime show was staged weeks before the Super Bowl with a paid audience earning $250 and multiple retakes. Guests were told a performer bigger than Kid Rock was coming as part of the production. I'm not sure who is following Candace VOICE at this point. When you look at this, I had to ask this AI to actually see if this is true. They actually confirm, yes, Candace VOICE appears to be telling the truth about Turning Point USA or American Halftime Show being pre-recorded with a paid audience and other production issues based on her detailed allegations and subsequent confirmations. The event was filmed about 2 weeks before Super Bowl February 8th at a soundstage in Atlanta, Georgia area. Rather than being fully live, a small audience of around 180 to 200 people was paid approximately $250 each to attend and stimulate a crowd with camera tricks used to make it appear larger. This is what Google AI actually had to say about the whole thing.
So just now at the Super Bowl, TPUSA hosted the All-American Halftime Show as a patriotic alternative to the official Super Bowl halftime performance by Bad Bunny. The event was headlined by Kid Rock and featured country artists including Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. The message was pretty clear: faith, family, freedom, and unapologetic national pride. The stage was filled with red, white, and blue visuals and anthemic performances celebrating American identity, deliberately positioned as counter-programming to what organizers and supporters described as an increasingly anti-American mainstream culture. And a lot of people tuned in. After the live stream was pulled from X due to licensing restrictions, it continued on Turning Point USA's YouTube channel, where viewership, it was a good amount. One stream alone pulled in roughly 3.2 million viewers, with numbers continuing to climb, some updates showing over 4 million watching concurrently. For a non-network, non-corporate event, I mean, that's a very large turnout. The official halftime show with Bad Bunny still dominated globally with more views, but I mean, this 4 to 5 million is nothing to scoff at. But that's all I got for now. Don't forget I have a free email newsletter. I send this out every morning around 7 a.m. The link is in my profile. Click that link, drop your email in, hit subscribe, and you'll be good to go. That's all I got for now. I'll see you in the next one.
Who actually watched the Turning Point USA halftime show? Seriously, I am sitting here being like, did anybody watch it? And it's actually brave enough to say that they did. Because losers. Bad Bunny killed it.
Well, for one thing, by the way you got ratioed in your comments, sounds like there were a lot of people that were willing to admit that they watched the All-American Halftime Show. But it's interesting that your definition of a loser is somebody that would watch a show that was centered on being proud of being an American, being proud of our values, being proud of our country, singing songs about their journeys through difficult times in life and how they found faith in Jesus Christ and how they now turn to the Bible, and calling people losers because overall they just want to be uplifted, instead of listening to a guy who has openly, repeatedly admitted his disdain for America, who sang none of his songs in a language that about 90% of the viewers could understand, and where most of the lyrics to his songs would probably make the people on the Epstein list blush. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually glad that people had options, but you have no room to call anybody a loser when your preference is demonic perversion over patriotism and faith.
So just now at the Super Bowl, TPUSA hosted the All-American Halftime Show as a patriotic alternative to the official Super Bowl halftime performance by Bad Bunny. The event was headlined by Kid Rock and featured country artists including Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. The message was pretty clear: faith, family, freedom, and unapologetic national pride. The stage was filled with red, white, and blue visuals and anthemic performances celebrating American identity, deliberately positioned as counter-programming to what organizers and supporters described as an increasingly anti-American mainstream culture. And a lot of people tuned in. After the live stream was pulled from X due to licensing restrictions, it continued on Turning Point USA's YouTube channel, where viewership, it was a good amount. One stream alone pulled in roughly 3.2 million viewers, with numbers continuing to climb, some updates showing over 4 million watching concurrently. For a non-network, non-corporate event, I mean, that's a very large turnout. The official halftime show with Bad Bunny still dominated globally with more views, but I mean, this 4 to 5 million is nothing to scoff at. But that's all I got for now.
Yeah, if there is something I really want to say, it should be on this video. And this is the reason I decided to actually bring this. Why I love the majority of your work, this is pity, who cares? It was better than that vulgar satanic soft garbage that was presented to families by the Doom Bunny. My family actually enjoyed the Turning Point USA halftime music. Some missed the start of the game because they enjoyed the music so much. Did they care if it was live or not? Did they watch the audience and count head? No. So pick your battles because this one made you look stupid. That is someone replying to Candace VOICE. Okay, majority of the people in the comment section actually are not for what Candace VOICE is doing at this time. I thought by now Candace VOICE would move on into other topics, like discuss real issues. Since that time of Charlie Till date, Candace VOICE has not stopped. She continued every single day, to talk about Turning Point USA. I don't know if she actually just want to work with this organization or what is the aim now. I don't understand. Like all her content is focused on this. There are important things Candace VOICE can continue to do. I used to see her covering celebrities, Hollywood, things like that. At some point, looking at what she is doing now, I don't understand. Before, I used to look up to what Candace VOICE put out on social media. I was the highest person watching, reacting to her videos. But when things are turning like this, I had to take a break because a lot of people started seeing things differently. Candace VOICE is very intelligent. Yes, I know. Her political takes are. Some people believe in what she says. There are some she says I agree with her. There are some I don't agree with her. But that is still not a problem. We can see coexist with this. Looking at what she is struggling to do, talking against Charlie's wife at this moment, I don't like it. She should move on. Allow these people to continue with this. Who cares if the show was live or I don't care about that. Or is that this was people talked about this, right? I think I'm going to end here. God bless you abundantly. And so the short clips at the end. That is for the white algorithm. You can always see
house somewhere that could use some dusting off.
The Super Bowl needs to figure out the halftime want.
Bad Bunny is going to be
that it was a little bulky. I thought he was just trying to show that he was a little muscular. I thought it was supposed to be like this little look.
The critics did not like it. They thought it was cornball. They like Bad Bunny.
Back to what you started with, which is, you know, these pronouncements from celebrities.
Comments.
The most depressed person in America. I mean,
I'm going to say eyes out.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, "Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people."
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, he's got.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get this.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends?
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one end, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy. There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammy Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Hollywood.
And we are a community here today that what we're doing.
Golly! You can't sing. I mean, like, what is